So now we're going to do our standard match previews that are upcoming in the weekend, and some of us had some midweek games as well. So, Shiv, we'll start with you very quickly because I know we've done like a preview, but I just want to get your thoughts initially, like closer to the game and stuff. So, obviously, Leeds play against Chelsea. Give me your thoughts on that game, bro.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we did speak about it. So if you guys want to watch that, then check that out for the full talk on that. But no, apart from that, yeah, obviously big game Chelsea. Obviously seeing the last score against West Ham, another loss in London. So not ideal. I mean, again, West Ham have been flying, so have Chelsea. So it's a bit worrying, especially when you're winning against big teams at Atletico, and then you're coming to play us like. But in a sense, I do hope now the fact that we do have players back, we can use that to our advantage. Again, it depends on Bielsa. It all depends on who he picks. But I'll probably post a predicted lineup during the week on the Instagram. But I think if he plays Rodrigo and Harrison, which he didn't do until the second half last game, if he starts them in the next game, in the Chelsea game, I mean that'll make a big difference.
Yeah.
And obviously the fact that we lost last time out against West Ham, I think that the players will be a bit, we've lost again in London. I mean, and we're obviously playing a big side. It's such a big game. Again, like there's a massive rivalry as we spoke about during the week. So I think players alongside fans will all want to see a draw or a victory if we can pull one out the bag. But no, other than that, I'm just hoping hoping that we can get a draw somehow. Maybe Werner's not on scoring duty. Maybe he is, and he gets back to what he was doing in Germany. But yeah, let's see what happens. I think score predictions wise, I'll go for a 2-1 Chelsea.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah, so I think looking from our perspective as well, because we got Leeds. I think one of the things is I want to get Thiago Silva embedded into the team because he's important for when we play Atletico Madrid because we'll need his experience. So yeah, I mean Leeds are great going forward, but we know their vulnerabilities as well. So we have to make use of that, expose them for that as well. So yeah, and then we've got Atletico Madrid during the week, which I'm looking forward to more than the actual Leeds game, just because of the importance of it.
Yeah.
And we're obviously in a great position and stuff, and we can't really say that we're through. Like we've maybe got half a foot into the next round, but there's still a lot of work to do because Atletico got players back, and I think because they had like a few players had the COVID as well, so they might be back to full fitness, but we can't take this game lightly and stuff. And yeah, just hope that we can continue to solidify the defense, maybe hit them on the counter, which we've been good at. Make use of Werner's pace and stuff. Hopefully he finishes some as well. But yeah, that's my thoughts on Atletico game really. And yeah, Shiv, just before we move on to everyone else, I thought to ask a score prediction for the Leeds Chelsea game.
Yeah, I said it 2-1, man. 2-1 to 2-1. Chelsea. I think that'll be the score. I mean, I don't see us winning. I think Chelsea will win. But I mean, you never know. We could pull a draw. It just depends how we are on the day and defense wise, and who plays as well. So yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, cheers for that, bro. And then we'll move on to London next. Then you guys got a big North London derby against Arsenal at the Emirates. So give me your thoughts on that game.
I want to see pure shithousery going into the game. I just want to see Lamela start and hopefully send someone off like he did Martial.
Wow.
But yeah, I think I wouldn't say I'm confident going into the game because it's always a North London derby is always a big game for us. Like no matter how both teams are playing using their form. So Aubameyang coming into the game has obviously improved his form from early on in the season. Obviously, Saka is a big player now for the team.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think the game is down to individual errors because I think both teams are very, very prone to it. So, I want to see Xhaka slip to the floor or something like that, pass it back to his keeper like he did in the other game and hopefully give us a victory.
Yeah,
but I'm probably going to say it's going to be a draw.
Okay.
If there's no errors at all.
Yeah, fair enough, man. Cheers for that. And then Kunal, you guys got West Ham at Old Trafford as well. Big game, obviously for you guys, well for us as well, and I guess Spurs and Liverpool as well in the sense of how that means for the top four and stuff. But yeah, give me your thoughts on that game.
I mean, coming into this season, nobody would have thought that West Ham would be in the position that they are in
Oh,
right now,
definitely. Yeah.
and also that every team who are facing West Ham right now would be thinking of it as a difficult fixture. So they aren't considered to be a team who are basically top six. So looking at their past results also, they've performed really well. So they won against Sheffield, which is all right, yeah, they're bottom of the league, but United didn't win against Sheffield. Sheffield beat United. And then we see that West Ham beat a high-flying Tottenham team because Tottenham have been in good form recently. They gave City a really good game. They lost 2-1, but then they gave City a really good game. And then they beat Leeds 2-0, as Shivam mentioned in the review section. So they have been flying high this season. They've been overachieving this season. And I'm really happy that Lingard is not eligible to play because he's also in good form.
Yeah.
He's also in good form. And that's what I like about him also is that whenever he's playing regular games, he's always playing happy. And once he knows that he has a spot in the team, he basically performs. But I'm glad that he won't be in there. I don't see any of the West Ham players as threats for us, but as a team, their performances have been brilliant this season. So just thinking about it, just because we beat City, we're facing AC Milan in probably an hour now. So I guess the game's almost in an hour now. So if we beat AC Milan, we'll be able to beat West Ham. But if today has any kind of disruptions, we can see that West Ham take away a few points from United or even hand us a loss.
Yeah, what's your score prediction for that game, bro?
I would I would go 2-0.
Did I hear what I just said? Oh, fair play, but yeah.
Yeah, I would go 2-0 for United.
Cool. All right, and then Abhinav, you guys have a away game, which is probably happy. Well, you're probably happy about that, and you're not playing at Anfield. You guys play Wolves away on the Monday Night Football. Are you confident at all?
Now, yeah, it's away, so Anfield's a charity right now, so I'd much rather play away until we fix that up. I think now that we've got like a proper balance in midfield, like Fabinho, Thiago, Wijnaldum, maybe I'd like to see Keita because although that midfield's balanced, beating deep blocks, Keita suits it more. He's a bit more creative than Wijnaldum. So now that we've got that team settled, I am a bit more confident than I was before. But I've been saying that every week. I've been going on this podcast every week and we're like, oh yeah, it's a 1-0, it's a 2-1, and then we never score, and then we never look like scoring. So
what's the score this time?
I don't know. Like Wolves are they're not the same as the Wolves of Jimenez and the Traore of old. Yeah. They spend a lot of the game just camping back, just waiting for the counter-attack. And a lot of the time, it's just Neto making the runs, and then he has no support. So if we can just push them back and keep putting pressure on them, then we should be okay. But I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. Hopefully,
score prediction. Because you asked me the score. 1-0. We're gonna score.
1-0 to who? 1-0 to who?
To us, we're gonna win 1-0. Last time I said dodgy Salah goal. I said dad. Dodgy Salah goal. This time I'm going for Jota.
Okay, interesting.
He's gonna, it'll be another dodgy.
That's all right. And that wraps up the match previews then.